Tell me why
ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way.
Freedom.
Proud to be an American.
At least I know I'm free. Hello and welcome to
Whiskey
Tobacco
Fellowship.
There we go. We are rolling. We are here. And guess what? It is Independence Day. If you couldn't tell by our myriad of American flag-related
I wear
items.
this on the daily. I don't
I
know what
know.
you're talking about.
I can see that.
It's
I
my
can see how dirty it
camouflage.
is. Yeah.
You can only see my head because I'm camouflaged to the rest
That's
of the background.
I was forgetting my cowboy hat too. On top of that, you know, and my,
American flag
Little-
cowboy hat.
America.
Little piece of wheat sticking out
it's
here.
actually I made it all.
You should have. You should have got a piece of weight up your mouth.
Ooh, that would have been cool.
That would have been great.
Although Bud's not American.
It is. I mean, when I had it,
used to be.
it
Used
was
to
a
be.
cool
It'd
thing.
be a Yingling hat would be more
Right.
appropriate.
Yeah.
It's not American either anymore.
It's not.
I don't
Anyway,
think so.
so today we are going to be drinking, to get right into the subject matter at hand, the Art of the Spirit. We're going to be smoking the CAO American, which is a barber pole. And we're going to be talking about all things America!
America.
Fuck yeah! So that's where we're going with this, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful Independence Day. And remember to celebrate the country that we live in, because we are the only country with real free speech.
Real freedom.
Real freedom, real
Real
freedom.
freedom.
Real freedom.
Real
I
freedom.
should have had my gun on the table. That would have been even better.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then they would
yeah.
definitely not have this
Slam.
video be not
That's right.
posted
Oh, yeah.
anywhere.
That's right.
No matter what it's on.
This is a water gun.
Yeah, they'll
Should
take
have
that.
just got water guns in here.
Water gun.
Yeah. So, Josh, tell us a little bit about the Art of the Spirit that we're drinking today.
This right here is one of the iterations of Art of the Spirit. They're in a fantastic company. We could talk about it more about it too as well. But this is going to be their Prohibition Cigar Blend.
Oh my!
So it's a phenomenal, but very, very
describe the
stout.
bottle to us, because we got a lot of interesting stuff on this bottle that we don't
It's-
normally have.
It's a
It's
very,
like you
very.
guys bolted.
It's like a
nail inside.
NASCAR, car where it just has everything everywhere.
Yeah.
So the front of it is a beautiful illustration they have here of a soldier in Afghanistan.
Military operator, yeah.
And then we're gonna have this is a single barrel select by Riverstone in Chattanooga.
Chattanooga.
Choo-choo.
On the bottom here we have the Devil Dog. That's what it's nicknamed as.
Devil
It's a
Dogs.
collaboration with Freedom 13. And it's their 1920s cigar series. So it is a blend of straight whiskeys. This is actually, I believe, a Boo Rye, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So
Ooh, interesting. I don't think I've ever had a product from them. I don't think so.
I've gotten a little heavy now that I'm like, oh, this is actually really cool. So the other side, that's just one side. The left side here, for the people who are listening in.
Left side, strong side.
Basically, it has a picture of another soldier here, and it's going to have him smoking a wonderful cigar.
Yep.
And it's going to give you all the tasting notes, the palate, and the finish. So again, it gives you a little FYI, and also the blend itself, the different breakdown of that blend.
Okay.
And again, we can go with that blend later on. And in the back here is a beautiful American flag, and it's going to have the Art of the Spirit on the very top, and then it gives you a scripture. Every one of their bottles have a scripture on there. So this is, let's see, and then it gives you just a little bit of history about the product itself and the program that they're sponsoring, or they're
Interesting.
and then on the other side, we have the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, which looks like probably the founders of the Freedom 13 organization.
Oh, that's cool. That's interesting.
So that is the bottle and what it looks like. It is a nice square bottle, and it has a nice oaky wooden top with a synthetic cork. And then for everybody out there who loves wooden cork pops, here we go. It was okay. It was okay.
Yeah, that was not bad.
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad for synthetic.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely a
We
American
all
one.
like synthetic, but sometimes the real thing is better.
Oh my gosh. Already tanking. Speaking of tanks, the M1 Abram, an amazing American tank.
Oh, Fury, great movie about tanks.
That's right. That is a very good movie. Anyways, so what we're smoking today,
Merica.
the CAO American. This thing is beautiful. It is barber poled, which is beautiful. I highly recommend it. It MSRP's around $10. Actually, slightly less than $10.
Yeah, slightly less.
I highly recommend you try to pick this guy up as much as you can because it is such a good smoke. The band is beautiful, red, white, and blue. The CAO label right in the beginning. It's got an American flag style right behind it and stars all the way around it. It is just
it screams Americana. If you find this cigar like $12, I still say it's worth the buy because I've had it a couple times now. I think it's worth the buy and worth the smoke, especially if you're going to do it for a special occasion like 4th of July, Independence Day, stuff like that, Memorial Day, anything like that. It's a great, fantastic cigar to smoke with.
And even though this guy's Canadian, he's joining us today, Mr. Wolverine, right here. Shout out to Max. And this great cigar, by the way, a wrapper is Connecticut.
I love Connecticut wrapper.
Its binder is Brazilian, and the filler, which is what makes it incredibly unique, is Dominican, Italian, Nicaraguan, and American.
It is a collage of different things, which is kind of like America. It is a country made of all different types of people. It's America as it can be. It's a melting pot of cigar, and that's what America was founded on.
Yeah,
it's a melting pot.
It's a wonderful stick when it comes down to it. The notes, they say, is cream and oak, and you can absolutely get
the oaky is right there in the beginning. I found a couple times I smoked it, the oak really pulls forward through most of the cigar until you get about halfway, and then it kind of changes up a little bit.
So what we're going to be talking about today is going to be all things American, a little bit of history, a little bit of what we like to do. This is going to be kind of a nice little roundabout discussion of our great nation and everything that encompasses it.
Right. Nothing too specific, just anything American, like what our favorite traditions to do on 4th of July, or some of our favorite foods on 4th of July.
What are we going to be doing on 4th of July?
What are you going to be doing this 4th of July, Josh?
This 4th of July, I am getting the opportunity to go to Disney World and watch the fireworks at Magic Kingdom. So
4th of July fireworks at Disney World.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I've been only once before, and it is a ridiculous experience because they have fireworks. Normally, if you go to Disney World, they have fireworks just in the front of you.
Right.
This one they have is 4 different locations all around you.
That's
so
cool.
there's literally fireworks you can just keep spinning, and there's fireworks going all around you.
Yeah, they got huge permits for that.
Did you ever get that restaurant debacle settled down for your trip?
No.
Oh man, that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
I forgot to make reservations, so he's kind of stuck with what he's got.
And I imagine Disney does fireworks better than almost anybody. I can't even.
Their fireworks are fantastic, absolutely great.
You're definitely not wrong there.
Without further ado, I'd like to try this. So let's do a good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy birthday, America.
America.
Now this, guys, is going to be very, very strong.
It tastes like freedom.
Tastes like freedom. Freedom. Name that movie.
Scotland.
This is one where, like, if you guys put a little bit of water in there, I wouldn't blame you. It's not even sitting that high. It's 112 proof.
It's definitely it's got that dark, woodsy taste, but I think if you proof it down, it's going to open up that sweetness.
Well, I tell you right now, I know it's exactly what you say it is because it's very, very oaky on the front. And what's really cool about this bottle is, and again, they have a typo on here, so I'm not sure. Somebody in art spirit can let me know maybe. Their blend equals 105%. So
105%. How is that?
Exactly.
How is that mathematically possible?
It's a typo.
Because it's America.
Yeah,
That's why.
Yeah, there's a, it's 110%.
You gotta have even numbers, man. You can't have no odd numbers.
So, anyways, 55% of it, it's 19-year-old rye, and it's finished in our favorite 4 Square rum.
Nice. Very cool.
20% of it is in 19-year-old bourbon, finished in tawny port cask. We have 25% of it is an 8-year-old single barrel double oat bourbon.
Oh wow, double oat. That makes me think Woodford.
Now you're saying oat, not oak. Am I hearing that correctly?
No,
Or
no, oak.
It's
Oak.
oak.
I thought you said oat. Okay.
I like to see an oat whiskey.
Double
Double
oats.
oats.
Double oats. Baby.
Double oats is double Quaker.
And then 5% of it is 20-year-old bourbon finished in the
20-year-old
Tokai
bourbon.
wine barrels.
Okay.
So I mean, this is extremely old.
This kind of reminds me of like the Fel North product, where it has decently old product bourbon at that.
And then this is
Inside the
one of the
bottle.
best deals that I've ever seen. This is at $100.
$100,
Wow.
really?
Yes.
Typically, for like if you get any kind of 20-year product in anything,
Yep.
I expect you pay a lot more.
Uh-huh.
Because like I think me and your both our kind of range is like $10 per year.
Yes. So, no joke, 75% of this is somewhere on there. Because, again, there's 5%
Right,
there that's
roughly.
that's messed up there. But what we got, 19, 19, and 20. So, 75% of this barrel is older than 19 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, which you think it should be like $180 for that.
Yeah,
Right.
150, something like that. But they're for $100, I think what it was is that it's not necessarily a bottle everybody always grabs to. You know, it's like everybody has what they always grab, and so it went down in price a little bit at that liquor store. And I was looking at it, and I was like, this is a perfect bottle for our 4th of July episode.
Put
And
a
then I
little
started-
water in it's nice.
Oh, I
Yeah,
bet. I
it is.
bet.
It's opening up really well.
But
Yeah, for still, and you can't really get more American than this. It looks like it's straight out of Call of Duty. And you also got like a balding man on the side that kind of looks like a Daniel Gable-esque type person. You can see
it's
right
a half
here.
a Daniel.
And our
The thinner half.
and my and my favorite, one of my favorite presidents on the side of the bottle too as well.
So, the great thing is if you can find this bottle, it needs to be in your collection.
Yes.
Hands down. If you live in America, you need to get it. If
you can find it,
if you can find it, you need to have one of these bottles because you will love the hell out of seeing that on your shelf.
It's and honestly, again, I'm a big guy with like artwork. Also
Yeah.
I like having a selection, but I also love having artwork. And then so each one of these labels in the front, they have an artist, and then on their website they have a few of the artists that they
Right.
shout out
Right.
who does their labels for them. And it really is very, very incredible pieces of art that's on the front.
So the interesting thing you need to tell us is, what's the flag that's actually on the back of the bottle? That's a very interesting flag.
It's going to be the 13 colonies flag, correct?
That's right. The Betty Ross flag.
Betty Ross flag.
Yeah.
The 13 original colonies.
Yep.
Can you name all the 13 original colonies?
Not right now. Not right now. But yes, I can.
I'm glad that you put him on the spot because he put me on the spot.
Right.
And I said, actually, I've been to Betty Ross's house, so it's like that.
I know. That's the reason I
Did,
brought that up.
did you take a shit in her house like you do everywhere else?
Well, yes. Hey, when you're at a famous landmark, you gotta take a deuce.
Hey, he
Is
does
it
that.
like the what's that, the 1,000 Mile Club? It's the shit in every bathroom club.
Right.
Yeah.
It's that same thing. It's like
Yeah.
a
The
fire-
Brown Club.
Not like the Mile High
The Deuces
Club.
Club.
The Deuces Club.
The Deuces
Oh,
Club.
God.
You're never first.
Before you give a deuce, you gotta take a deuce.
You're never first. You're always number 2.
Gosh. So the first piece of history I wanted to go over was the fact that the American Revolution started roughly around April 1775.
Yes.
Is when it started to really take off. Okay? And so that's why we have all this going at it. And then an interesting factoid about this is that John Adams actually disagreed with the fact that July 4th was the date. He always said it was supposed to be July 2nd.
Yes.
So whenever he was invited to any get-togethers or parties after the fact, he wouldn't go because
Right.
he adamantly was opposed to July 4th. He thought it was supposed to be July 2nd.
Second.
Yeah.
It's when they were meeting, because a lot of this was meeting in secret. It wasn't open up. It was basically a revolution, or what it was. So they had to meet in secrecy without getting persecuted by the British soldiers.
Yeah.
And even someone like George Washington, our first president, didn't want the job.
Right.
He got placed inside that job.
Yep.
But still, to this day, one of the best presidencies we ever had.
Yep.
Because I think that if a president doesn't want the job, I think they do better.
I agree.
Someone doesn't seek power but has power thrust upon them often performs better.
I think you should get an award for the way you just said that. That was beautiful.
Nice.
It was silky.
Silky smooth, like
So-
my baby bottom.
The next thing we're going to go through real quick is
Ruined it.
our
Oh,
wonderful
ruin it.
our wonderful outfits that we're wearing today for this.
You have to grade the outfits. All right?
You do. So we need to hear what you got.
First off, we have Mr. Joshua over here.
Yeah, so we're rocking the the overalls, the American flag overalls, right?
Right. The working man.
The guy who, on the
Or the white
tractor,
trash,
you
either
know?
one.
Hey,
you know.
yeah.
And he's sporting the red face, which
True.
kind of helps.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been
Whiskey
better
is-
though,
it-
honestly, if we didn't have the shirt underneath.
Well, yeah, I thought it was funny, but I went ahead and put on the Gulf of America shirt that I have as well. So
Nice.
America.
So
Yeah.
it's a good topic to talk about maybe a little bit later because I know
Right.
I love taking a nice trip to the Gulf of
But
America.
it's a fantastic outfit that you can rock anywhere. And fun fact, the overalls are short overalls. They're not long pants overalls.
Yeah, so he looks incredibly
So,
ridiculous.
yeah, you can't tell because he has so much hair on his legs, so you think he still has full leg pants, but he doesn't.
Oh my gosh. And then we'll go through mine because this one is outstandingly outstanding. But I've got the nice button-up American flag.
It is.
Very calm and collected, very regal like we are here in America.
very demure.
Very demure.
Yeah.
Yes, very demure.
I like it. And then underneath I've got the We the People.
We the people.
We the People shirt because guess what? We the people.
We the people. I'm an advocate of we the people. I obviously have it tattooed on me. I think first and foremost, it's about the people. It should always be about people, not about the government or help anybody else but us.
Yeah,
America.
all of us here are kind of like small government kind of people when it comes
Yes.
to that kind of thing.
Less is more.
And then lastly, we have the officially first branded WTF American flag jersey.
Yes, it's like a baseball jersey. It has WTF on the front. 69 is my number.
Nice.
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 Giggity. Have our WTF logo on the side patch and then my name and number on the back.
Yeah.
I wanted something. I'm a big baseball fan, so this kind of fit for me. I saw the overalls, and I thought, man, I would love to get the overalls, but I was like, I figured Josh should probably get the overalls, so I was like, got to do something different. So I had to do something custom, and this might be the first iteration of this, but it might improve later on. But right now, I'm loving this.
And if you like this outfit and you potentially want to get something very similar,
Yeah.
let us know in the comments,
Yeah,
and we'll have it
yeah.
produced so you guys
Right.
can purchase it.
Yeah, let us know
Right.
what you're searching for. Hats, shirts, something like that. We'll figure something out.
Coasters.
Speedos.
Honestly,
No.
the first thing I really want to
No.
get is Glencairn, custom Glencairns.
That's right.
That's really what I
I'm
want to start
working
out
on it.
with.
I'm working on it.
Yeah,
We'll have Glencairns, the rocks glasses, the whole McGill.
right.
Oh, fancy.
Fancy
Yeah.
schmancy. But no, what is your 4th of July plans? We kind of went over Josh's 4th of
So
July
I will
plans.
probably be working on that day.
Shame.
No, it's all right because where I work, it's very laid back. So if the place that I work is going to be open, I'm going to have a nice time here. There'll probably be some guys that'll bring in some food or something like that, and I'll just enjoy the whole gambit of everything. I may do a live stream on Arc of Fire's thing just for the hell of it, and see what we can do and just enjoy this. I'll probably wear the same thing, and,
No,
and
yeah.
go
I
through
mean,
it.
I think you would have
That'd be
to.
fun.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the same day, right?
that's right. It's the same day. That's exactly right.
Same day. Same day.
We're not time traveling at all.
All right. No, not at all. No.
What about you? What's your plans, Mr. Gar?
My plans is I'll have my kids that week, and we're not going to do a whole bunch around the house as if we're on 4th of July. We'll probably just grill out some steaks and some ribs and some barbecue and stuff like that, and sit on the back deck. And luckily for me, where I live, a bunch of the neighbors love shooting off fireworks, so I don't have to buy any fireworks and waste all my money on fireworks. I can enjoy everybody else's money getting exploded in the air. But I typically don't do a whole lot on 4th of July. Every once in a while, I go camping or at the lake or something. But this year, I'm going to take it easy.
Yep. It's
Have some good barbecue and just spend time with family. That's
It's
really
America's Day of Rest.
cool. Probably drink some wine or some whiskey. Either
Yeah.
one. I haven't decided yet.
Ooh, that's a good
Because
question.
I have
to ask Eric.
a Federalist wine. It's like a
Yeah.
vintage type of Americano wine.
So I was thinking, it's like maybe I wonder if Eric's got any recommendation on American wine.
Oh, I've got returned.
You know he doesn't like it,
Yeah,
He
but
doesn't like California wine.
think the
but,
St. Augustine
you know.
wines and stuff because it's made
Yeah.
in America or made in America.
Yeah, there's got to be something that he likes. Wanted to try it out. If we never get that jabroni to come back around, he only visits Devin, never visits when we're around.
That's true.
I think there's,
Shame on
there's
you.
a reason why.
Because we're two hip and fun guys.
Oh God. So what are you guys thinking of this so far?
I think it's got this nice oaky afterbirth.
God, I am loving it. Remember, the person who can name the most references and name them off, let us know. We've already done a bunch.
Now it has that classic bourbon feel, but it still has that. strong oakiness. Really, it really is. Feel like it's been in a barrel for 20 years. Like
Yeah.
it, but it's not like it's taking over the flavor. It still has those sweet notes, like a molasses
I was
on
going to
there.
ask you, like, does the rum, the Takai, and the tonic port, do those come out?
The rum, I think, comes out the most
Mm-hmm.
out of all of it because I've had rum here recently, and I can feel like I have some of that rum influence on here.
I'm getting that tawny port. I'm getting that tang.
I
of the
wanted
tawny.
to say the port. I would say
I think it's a good blend. We're finding out it's a
I
good
think it
blend.
really helps because what happens when you get a lot of old stuff in a bottle, it can feel like you're chewing on a piece of wood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I feel like when these finishes with adding these sweeter characteristics of the port,
And the rum with
Takai,
sugarcane and all
and
that.
the rum,
Yeah.
you're really adding a little bit extra sweetness that really is like desperate.
Because you need to tone it down.
Imagine it not having it in there.
Oh, then it'd just be oak overload,
It's
and you
gonna-
couldn't
would be
drink
just
it.
too much. It'd
Like
be-
you're chewing on a piece of wood.
Because on top of the fact that they already had 3 extremely old whiskeys in there, they then threw the double oak
Right.
on top of that, or
Right.
what Devin thinks is double oats.
Double oats.
Double oats. Double Quaker oats. 2 scoops a day does about good.
It does something for you. At least keeps you regular. It's got a wonderful bouquet on it and good legs.
Great legs.
Great legs. You know.
So how are you enjoying the CAO? America.
It's a little dark for me at the moment, but I can feel it opening up as I'm pulling through it.
Right. That's typically what it is. It's a lot of oak forward.
I know.
Yeah,
I think like,
wooziness in the
together,
flavor.
I feel like I'm
Yeah, it's an overload of
it's a
like
little overload.
oak and oak. You
Yeah.
know? But I think that the sweetness of the cream will kind of come through towards the middle of the cigar.
It's kind of like America's military force. It's just an overload. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
And then it's just a supreme.
We do
overload.
spend the most on the
We do.
military, I will
We
say.
It's kinda
Because you know why?
why?
Because we got to fucking protect everybody else except for ourselves. So
It's true.
Canada can't
Including
protect
ourselves.
themselves. Mexico can't protect themselves. So we had to pick up the fucking slack, which is ridiculous.
Didn't he say something?
I know.
Just thinking that.
It's hard not to because it drives me absolutely flipping crazy. That we don't take care of ourselves first. We have to take care of everybody else.
Well, are we gonna have like the
Free of charge.
Speaking of military, are we gonna have like this golden dome? Is that what it's gonna?
The
is that what it's
Golden
called?
Dome,
The
yes.
The golden.
It's basically, utilize satellites and whatnot to intersect any kind of missiles or anything like that.
Aren't they gonna have something in space to counteract?
They already have the space, the satellites up there.
Well, I mean, I thought it was
Space Force, baby.
Wait, yeah,
That's what it is.
Right. But I thought they were gonna
Space
have
Force taking
like
charge.
The golden eye.
like a weapon device maybe up in the air doing those.
Yeah, the satellites
interaction.
will, yeah.
They should name it the golden eye.
The Golden Eye. I like the Golden Dome better.
I do too. Yeah. Golden eye's British, I guess, because the James Bond. But
I mean, it's a pretty good name. I mean,
It's a great name.
actually pretty decent. I was like,
Anything gold, just that kind of reminds me that he's turning into Goldmember from Austin Powers.
Yep.
Whoa! He pulls the skin off his back, and he's like,
oh god,
he can't eat it, and he has to put it in his
Come on.
little case.
I don't need that reference.
Great movies. If you haven't watched Austin Powers, any of them are great.
Yeah.
Classic comedy.
Guess what?
Chicken.
You
butt.
haven't watched any
I
of
haven't
them.
watched any of them.
This jabroni has no he doesn't watch anything. No movies. There's many times we've brought up references of movies.
Yeah.
No clue.
Yeah. It's okay.
It drives me
smattering of
nuts.
things here.
And it's not like you're like obscure movies or shows or anything like that. These are like mainstream, worldwide, like almost anybody would get the reference. This guy over here.
Granted,
Lives underneath a
most
rock.
of the movies are produced before I was like,
Me and you are not that far in the same age,
I don't know,
Josh.
you've watched stuff. I'm just saying, like, give me a little bit of,
No. It's no excuse.
excuse.
And when we get back from the break, we will chastise Josh a little bit more. So we'll see you guys in just a moment. All right. So America.
Fuck
Yeah.
So the thing that I was going to comment about this CAO was, you know what I'd love to see on this version of this is it's a barber pole, and you can tell there's like the Maduro and then the Connecticut is the smaller bits of it.
Right.
I'd like to see the reverse.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So it's a little bit lighter of a stick, and it would go really even better, I think,
Yes.
with this
Yeah.
art of the spirit.
What we found typically, though, is like bourbons are kind of harder to pair with cigars
Yeah,
that kind of blend together well.
yeah.
No, this one might be different. I know in previous episodes, scotches and Irishes go well. So it'd be interesting when we eventually plunge our tip into this one.
Yeah.
to see how it goes. But right now is definitely an oaky overload
Yeah.
of flavor right now with both of them combined.
And the interesting part of speaking of plunging the tip was I did a coffee episode with Eric,
Oh,
and he didn't do it, but I did a plunge the tip into my black coffee. There's so many jokes in there already. I can already see them.
if you haven't seen it, it's coming out
Yeah.
eventually soon.
It was surprisingly really good in black coffee.
Interesting.
I was not expecting it to be that good, and it turned out to be amazing.
Did you get Starbucks?
I don't think
Unfortunately, yes.
you got basic bitch coffee, but it's okay. We can't be all
Yeah.
perfect, you know.
But so,
Well, speaking of America, what city did the old Starbucks come from?
Washington
Originate.
State.
Was it Seattle?
Yeah, it's Washington.
I said actually city.
Oh, you said city. Oh,
Said
Seattle.
City. Yeah.
Seattle.
Seattle, the
Washington.
Fraser Crane City.
It's the other side of the fucking nation
The
that
old-
I wish would be annexed away from the U.S., but that's neither here nor
And so
there.
I agree with you. You just speared your cigar. Mine's a little harder to pull.
They're a
than
little
I want
hard.
to.
I picked these up when I was in New Orleans on an episode y'all see eventually when me and Josh was in New Orleans. It was a great. It was a
called
great
the
day.
Battle of the Gnats.
Battle of the Gnats. Yeah, but we had very fine cigar and very good whiskey. But I happened to go across these.
Really nice.
I kind of picked them up because it's what we had on hand because we didn't have a cigar for this episode, and these I felt were perfect, but we didn't carry it in our local cigar shop. So these are a little bit harder. Like they're,
I mean, just honestly,
It might just be the batch.
A smidge.
it's just a smidge hard.
smidge.
But
It's like-
spearing it's helped.
Yes, exactly. Should I spirit? I mean, it's not even like the best beer we have, and it's a really small, like just a compact version that's in these lighters. Here you go, sir. I stole yours.
Come on.
I don't know. I stole somebody's, but even that, just like a couple little, a couple of pokes.
Yeah,
You know.
did it wonders. So the next a little historical thing while they're doing that is, did you know that July 4th wasn't declared a national holiday until 1870? Which seems odd, but it's still pretty cool
It is cool.
in the historical
We're
aspect.
into almost 100 years
It's
to
just
declare it.
crazy how old America's getting at this point.
Yeah.
But how young it is compared to.
Comparative to the history, like I get, like, if you ever traveled abroad, you realize how not old your country is.
like France.
I didn't say it, but if you want to, yes, exactly.
Those cowards.
Well, you know what it made me think about was, I've always heard when everybody goes through England, there's pubs on every corner, and I'm looking at where we live here in Birmingham, and I'm going, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting how many breweries we have within like a
You
5-mile
are
radius
not
now.
wrong.
America
Yeah.
is a brewery type place. Like we
And whiskey.
love
It's the two big
our
things,
beer
man.
and our bourbon.
So you imagine, let's just say at the year 500 of America, how many breweries and how many whiskey distilleries and all these things will be everywhere.
The one thing I wish that we would do as a society as a whole, like not just America, but just across the board, is like care more about like the architecture that we do nowadays. I know even back in the day in our early, say the early 1900s, we had some even for America we had
There are certain locations I think do that well, and I think one that you know of and I do as well is Charleston.
Yeah,
They-
I always
they-
wanted to go there. I've never been there.
The architecture there and the way their houses are absolutely stunning. They have where if you do any kind of remodel or anything, it has to be in the old style, what it was originally done,
Yeah.
and it just keeps the city beautiful. It
Like,
looks great.
If you go to even some of the train stations back in the day, and some of them are
Yes.
preserved, through time. I know sadly the one in Alabama was tore down, but we kept spots furnished for some reason. So that's always
It's out in the middle of nowhere.
But anyways,
Because of the hauntings.
those
There
are
is some
even
hauntings there.
beautiful,
Yeah.
But if you go even out of the country, they had toilets that looked like, dude, this is like a bajillion years old toilet. It's like
The tank's above you and you got a
Right.
chain.
but they got like the cool, they mess around. But it's like, oh, this tub was freaking Benjamin Franklin's,
Bathtub.
he used his bathtub. I'm like, oh, okay,
Right, yeah.
this is weird.
He was Ben Franklin did a lot of great things, but that man was a whore. Let's be fair. man was a whore.
Man,
Just
I love-
look back at the history, you'll find out. If you deep dive in more so than what you learned in school, that man was something else.
But on a note of Benjamin Franklin, the ideas that he brought about was the same thing I approached for this, for AFS. It was, you can't do this alone. Don't try. And that's exactly the way I approach things, is you just try to bring people in. Stop looking at yourself and try to bring people in to do it with you.
I love
legally.
his business teachings too. I like to do research on his teachings, stuff like that, and what he's written. So it's actually it's a lot of good stuff.
It's beautiful.
Another good read, if you guys are listening abroad, or if you have abroad with you listening, is Thomas Paine's Common Sense.
I was thinking the same thing.
That is a wonderful understanding because it was written before the Declaration of Independence.
Right.
And it was kind of what helped shape the whole thing.
Right.
And I highly recommend it because who wrote the majority of the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson.
That's right.
Thomas Jefferson. And
Thank
Thomas
you, sir. I know my stuff.
Thomas Jefferson actually was more of a Federalist than John Adams was.
Yeah.
They had two different viewpoints, but they two were probably the best of friends, John Adams.
That show, by the way, the John Adams show, very good.
Fantastic.
Very good show.
Well done.
Yeah.
Highly recommend watching it. He
that.
hasn't seen
It's
it
very good.
because he doesn't see anything.
They got historically accurate on it.
Right.
All the attire, everything. It's just a beautiful show in general.
Yeah, John Adams and Thomas Jefferson have falling out, especially over how to run the country. And then Thomas Jefferson moved to go to France, I think. Yeah, and he stayed there until he was old and died. But they always stayed in communication. Wrote each other almost every day.
I either read this or I watched it. One of the two, but I know this. So wait, I might have watched it.
You might have watched it.
Might have watched it. Yeah.
Yeah, famous actor. I can't ever think of his
I
name.
did read a couple old stuff. So
He's playing
I don't
a lot
know.
of things.
It could be. Yeah.
It's not Nicolas Cage, is it?
What?
No, the guy that played John Adams.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I can't remember his actor's name.
But that's another set of good movies, is the Nicolas Cage movies, which are called...
Oh, National Treasure.
That's right.
It sparked the love of like history and made it entertaining. It was like the Indiana Jones of our generation to a degree, because it was like you threw like a guy that was kind of a nerdy history guy and turned him into an action star in a way, trying to find this treasure that was dated back to the founding fathers.
We're going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah,
Hey,
still Declaration of Independence. And there's actually a new movie with John Krasinski in it. There's like a National Treasure-esque movie that's played on, I think it's on Prime, I think.
Have you watched the
It's fantastic.
National Treasures TV series that was on Disney Plus?
I did not watch the TV series. I heard it was like a mixed review.
I didn't watch it, but I was curious. If
it's kind of hard not to have
you
Nicolas
watched
Cage in
everything,
there.
Apparently.
I don't watch everything. I just watch things that everybody else watches.
Yeah.
Like a normal human being.
Like a normal human being.
Like, have you watched Braveheart? No.
We already talked about this. You knew I didn't.
Exactly. You watched Last Samurai?
Yes, I have. Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Proud of you. Did you cry?
I don't know.
You're dead to us.
Dead to me. Great
so,
movie.
On a completely kind of similar but different note, my uncle, his birthday
Sam?
is actually July 4th. His name is John.
Oh, yeah.
His
Missed
birthday
opportunity.
is July 4th.
Missed
that's
opportunity.
cool.
Yeah.
Your grandparents should have called him Sam, just to be fair.
Yeah.
If my kid's born on 4th of July, it's going to be something patriotic.
His uncle too. Yeah.
Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam.
I love it.
Right.
But no, we're about halfway in the cigar. What is everybody's opinions on it so far?
It's toning up really well.
I was about to say, it's kind of like, I don't know if it's, my mouth acclimated to both the whiskey and the cigar, but I felt like it's kind of catching up where it is actually not as heavy on the front end. And also, I put some water in the whiskey. Don't be afraid to throw some water in your whiskey. If it's too high up there, and you're going to find more complexities if you dial it down a little bit. So,
And most of your master blenders and stuff like that will tell you, hey, add water. That's what we do. That's what they do to test it and to see if it's the right proof.
Especially right now in this age of bourbon, for some reason the buying market wants cask strength, because I guess that the individual wants to be able to choose to either water it down themselves or have it at that cask strength point. So you're going to find a lot of things that honestly probably should have been lower down.
They're just marketing to what
marketing. Everybody wants this cask strength product.
Which is fair. I'd rather them have that cask strength than proof it down, because their proof down could be to their palate and what they like at that proof, but not necessarily what I like at that proof. So let me adjust the amount of water I put inside my product.
I agree with you for the most part. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's easier to manipulate.
Don't water it down below 100 though. If you're gonna water it down, please don't. Not below
So if it's 101, just go down one proof.
I like 101. 101 is actually pretty good stuff.
It's like the Dalmatians.
The 101.
I usually
Anti
put
101.
honestly, we probably put it down to about 100 right now. This is probably at crazy enough. This is 112. That's it. So we probably put it about 100.
It drinks harder than 112.
Oh yeah, it does.
It drinks more like 125, 130.
Yeah,
130.
absolutely it does.
Every bit.
Do you have any knowledge on the Betty Ross flag at all? Like any extra information?
There's a woman that made a flag.
I feel like you had some more inside baseball on that one than.
Wow. You're gonna throw me.
Besides the shitter.
I know. I was gonna say honestly. So the last time we went there, we did not do the tour. So I don't have anything close to the brain. Because usually after a year or two, it's gone.
After about a day or two.
But I went and did a tour the first time I was up there in Philadelphia. But Betty Ross, of course, I can tell you this, at least that Betty Ross's house is in Philadelphia. It's down there in the historical hub of Philadelphia. It's right there next to the Liberty Bell. It's right there next to Independence Hall.
Philadelphia.
So there's a lot of cool things down there. I would definitely recommend going down
I
there.
got a question for you. Since you recently traveled up north towards New Jersey and Boston, all that area, right?
Yes.
Out of all the states that are in the original 13 colonies, which state would you recommend the best for a history nut to go to visit? Like to get their most feel of history?
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C.
Because of the fact that you can go to the Smithsonian, any of the Smithsonians for free. That right there, and then the Smithsonians themselves are just stupid on there's so many stuff around there that you can do, and you can spend like multiple days there doing those. Of course, they have what is it called? It's the building that actually holds the Declaration of Independence. That's a really cool building. So they have all the actual, if you ever watched, of course,
National Treasure, where it's still the.
So I was over there writing down my little.
Which is a historical documentary.
Yeah, sure, right.
But yeah, so they have that, of course. Washington, they have the White House. The White House, you have to make sure you do it. Like no joke, like over 6 months, probably in advance most times. You have to apply to even go in, but if you go in, it is super cool.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
So I actually, the last time I was there was one of the first years that Donald Trump was actually in office there. So
that's
I
cool.
want to go again to kind of do the
the ANCAP.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So
like I would love to go see the Washington Monument. I'd love to go see Abraham's statue. I think Abraham Lincoln statue is probably one of my favorites. It just looks the most regal.
It is crazy. So
epic.
If you're going to go. I mean, I'm crack of dawn. Right when the sun peaks, because no one's there. If you go there when midday, it's crowded. You get some of the coolest photos of the Washington Monument.
With the sun coming up and everything.
The sun's coming up.
He's got a selfie stick, so he's all over it.
Oh, I got the GoPro. I got the drone.
All the things.
I don't know. Anyways,
he's a little bit bougie, if you don't know.
So,
I'm just joking.
On a historical note, I forget what the thing is called, but it's actually a Roman era thing that's been used throughout history. But it's a bundle of sticks, and there's usually an axe blade in it. And it's represented in multiple places, and at the Lincoln Memorial, you will find it someplace along the marble, just etched in there, over on the side. And it's a really niche historical element, and you should look it up. I wish I could remember the name of it, but it's literally like a symbol of a bundle of sticks, and then there's an axe head sitting out of it, and it's tied up.
But do you know the reference to it, or?
It's kind of a biblical reference about, together we are strong versus separate.
Oh.
That's what it references.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll see them at a lot of the monuments too, and it's usually carved way off to the side.
Interesting.
And usually it's very niche, so look it up.
That's what I love about that stuff, is like there's a lot of hidden details in historical things, like monuments and the Resolute desk, and like has hidden compartments. Like there's hidden rooms. There's all these secrets.
Espionage at its finest.
Yeah. So everybody wants to know the secrets of things hidden in our government. Thinking that hey, there's what the conspiracy theory of this, the conspiracy theory of that.
But you were talking about like the best state to go travel to for your historical significance of.
Because I thought Boston would probably be the.
Well, I haven't been to Boston.
My parents said they absolutely loved it.
That was like another.
They had a tea party there at one point.
They did, but
They still have the USS Constitution.
Yes.
The ship in the bay in Boston.
In Boston, or is it I know they have a ship. They have a ship as well that's docked in the bay at Baltimore, Maryland.
Maryland, yes. I think there's either two ships or one goes back and forth. Either one.
So that's a pretty cool city.
Yes.
I would not to say anything bad about Boston. You get great crab cakes, but other than that,
the people on the other hand are.
The people
They're wonderful.
They're wonderful. They're fantastic.
Wonderful.
They're great. Honestly, I honestly really know. I think it's, when I traveled up there, I thought I was gonna get some southern, not the southern hospitality that I'm used to.
Yeah.
But I guess when they realized that, because I didn't realize
south?
it, but we have accents.
No.
So when we went up there, everybody recognized, especially my wife.
Your wife's accent is like, if you
very-
hear Josh right now, his wife, who I've met, her accent is like backwoods Southern Belle drawl.
Yep.
Like it's a thick.
She'll walk
Southern
up to you
accent.
and you do not expect that.
No,
to come out
her
of
face
her.
and the way she looks is nothing to do with what she
The
speaks.
sweeter she tries to be, the more Southern Belle.
Yeah, it's
really,
hilarious
funny.
contradiction to how she looks. Like,
But anyway, so going up there, like,
Yeah.
everybody's so nice, actually, for the most part. I mean, I really, other than the person hitting me with their car, everybody was really nice.
forget about it.
Forget about
She
it.
was like, hey, that was already there. I'm like, no, it was not already there. That did, you caused it. So that was like a legitimate argument she was trying to make with me. I'm like, no. But other cities that I would totally go to, of course, Philadelphia, just down there in that area like I was telling you about. They got Independence Hall, Liberty Bell,
They let
Betty
you run
Ross.
on the roof like Nicolas Cage did.
No, they don't let you do that, sadly. I tried to see if I could peek my way in a couple of boards and try to find something cool. They did not let me do that. But then going up, another really cool place is like, even like Princeton. There's a lot of history with Princeton,
It's
with
very old.
super old. So apparently, like, that was one of the battle sites that took place, actually.
During the Civil War, or was it during the Revolution?
Revolution. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I could be pretty sure I'm right there. But they came back to that point, and there was actually a meeting point at one point. Like I said, I did a whole tour on that. It was so cool. And then, of course, that has more significance later in our history books. But you got World War II in there. Where you're talking about. You have that whole movie that just came out at the Atomic Bomb, which was incredible.
Oh, Oppenheimer.
Yeah, very
Which is
good
fantastic movie. Highly recommend.
By the way, I
You
watched
look
it.
at the trailer and you go, eh. When you actually watch it, it's
One of my favorite actors of all time too.
Yeah.
So then, Einstein's house. The house that Einstein stayed at.
The fact that Oppenheimer and Einstein were friends,
Yes,
too, which is
that was
crazy.
Awesome. Crazy. So
I always think it's like two different timelines.
Things,
You don't think of
Yeah.
you think Einstein being way before Oppenheimer, but no.
Yeah,
they're
you're
at the
right.
same
You
time.
definitely do.
So it's one of those weird historical facts. Like you've probably seen those videos where, Harriet Tubman was alive when X was alive. Like,
Yeah.
how's it even possible? Like pyramids.
Yeah, sometimes you get like this, this periodic, like this period of time, delusion where it's like, dude, I think I would have said that was way older or way newer than what it actually is. So yeah, it happens.
That's insane
for
to think.
sure.
I think if there's a state I would like to visit, that's not a part of anything on the northeast coast, I'll probably be Texas and visit Alamo. I think that's one of the things I would love to go see is Alamo.
It is quite small, by the way. So
It is small, but it's the historical
Yes.
aspect of anything.
cool.
I love history.
I want to go to
It's
Salem
fantastic.
myself.
Oh, I've
Salem
been wanting
witch
to-
trials were there?
I
Oh,
wanna go there.
man.
So I want to go. Of
The
course,
dark part of history in America,
Yeah.
right there. Dark.
the dark arts.
It's creepy. I don't know if I want to stay there at night. To be
Oh,
fair.
I would love to do that.
No,
but
thank you.
no, so I've been to San Antonio and saw the Alamo. Really, really cool place. I would just go to the freaking just the downtown area. It's just so fun, so cool. They have that river running through it. To get the I think it's the river walk. So you can walk through.
River Run Through It. That's a good American movie.
It is a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's no
it's
clue.
good. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Hey, I see. I'm Hopper. I saw it. So.
All right. What is the most Americana state? If we had to choose one state that's the most patriotic, this is America.
Well, you can't say Washington D.C. technically. Yeah, actually, I said the wrong thing. It's not even a state.
I think Texas at this point.
It's either Texas or
Or
Florida.
yeah, I can
Florida.
see Florida.
There's If you just exclude the very
penis of America.
tip of
Wow.
if you exclude the tip
Wow.
of the penis of Florida, the most majority of Florida is like, if you want to think, first image that people have of America in their head is
Florida man.
people. Florida people are one of a kind.
I like that video of
Okay.
like the gator walking up on that old man, and he just takes a skillet and knocks it in the head.
Honestly,
and turns
better
around.
yet, Montana. You see the cowboys with the ranch.
A good
That
old
screams
cowboy.
America is a cowboy. That's what a lot of people think about America as cowboys.
The Oregon Trail.
Well, I believe isn't it Montana? Is that where they have the old Mount
Yellowstone?
Rushmore?
In Montana?
Is it Montana or somewhere? I know it's rural.
It's
Ooh.
Washington State, isn't it?
That.
It's someplace.
Wow.
We're terrible at
No,
our
it's
own
definitely not
history.
that one.
It's okay.
We're losing.
You know what's difficult for us Americans with history is our nation is bigger than
Too big.
all of Europe.
There's a great YouTuber. His channel, I believe, is called A Brit in America, and his
Yes.
stuff, the way he talks about America, he talks to the English and he goes, "You guys have no idea how big this place is." Like, he can go from the bottom of England to the top of England, and it'd be like 6-7 hours. And he goes, "I went through Texas and didn't even get through it." In
Yeah,
that
you can
time."
put 2 of England's inside Texas alone.
It's pretty.
And then take
remarkable.
Alaska, and that dwarfs Texas by
Yeah.
a lot.
America has a lot
So-
of things.
I'm close. Close. It's. I mean, you're. But it's technically in South Dakota. But South Dakota's right next to Montana, so it's like I was in that.
Tomato.
I was like, I mean, I can't even throw a dart better than that. So I mean,
A
whatever.
lot of times, most Americans can't name every state in the nation
Oh,
on
yeah,
a
that's
map
sad.
that with
But again,
no labels.
yeah.
It's hard
it is
because there's certain states up in the northeast part of the United States that kind of they're very small states. They kind of blend in together, so it's kind of hard. It's easier if you live up in that area, but if you live in the south, you know about the southeast.
Yeah, you know your region of
100%.
what you're going to drive through. It's like I said, it's so big that it is just huge.
Because I think what you can drive from Florida all the way to Washington takes what, like
Where?
18 hours
From where?
from like
Let's
Florida
just,
to Washington.
Let's just say from Alabama to Washington. You're talking about from Washington D.C. or
No,
Washington?
Washington
Oh,
State.
I heck if I know.
Yeah, it's something like that because I remember my brother. I don't know. It wasn't COVID. It was something. I think it was 9/11. They cut down all flights, and him and his buddy Richard were already up there, and they had to rent a car and drive all the way down to Georgia, where we lived at the time.
Ooh,
I had a buddy.
it's a long car ride.
It is, yeah.
Like I know when I went to Charleston, it was a 7.5 hour drive from Alabama to Charleston, and we're not that far away from Charleston.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
But it takes 7.5 hours. That's double what it's like me driving from one end of England to the other.
Yeah.
That's insane.
yeah, the biggest really like the WTF of like driving from a state to a state is Texas.
Texas.
is
Now you drive 12 hours in that state, you're still in fucking Texas.
still in
Yeah.
Texas. So like we made a trip to Baton Rouge, which is probably honestly really close to Texas, but to get to I just said it a minute ago.
San Antonio?
San Antonio. Dude, it's another like 7 more hours.
7 hours. Because it took us about 5.5, 6 hours from
I think it's like
Birmingham
a 14-hour drive
to Baton Rouge.
straight from Birmingham to all the way to San Antonio.
Needless to say, the country is massive, and it is a melting pot of a bunch of different people with a rich history of inclusion as far as your Irish, your Asians, all different walks of life, and you can make your dreams come true in this nation if you come in the right way.
That's what she said.
And make your dreams come true, because someone can come in over here. There's been many cases of a person coming over here with just what they had in their wallet and turning out to be a CEO of a company.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. It's possible. You just have to have enough work ethic, and there's enough determination to make your dreams come true.
Well, I think it's plunge time.
Ooh,
I know
plunge
with
time.
my cigar, I instructed Josh here. Cutting it off definitely helped. The cap definitely broke on mine, so I was having trouble pulling it. But once I cut it off, it seemed to do a lot better. So These are a little drier than they need to be.
Need to be. We probably could have put them in the humidor, but we're kind of rushed on time on making this episode.
Yeah.
Well, of course. It's
So plunge in the tip.
time sensitive.
Tip deep.
I think I soaked mine too much. I'm going to tell you right now.
Woo! Good
Yeah,
Lord.
I sure did.
Whoa.
I'm not used to doing a straight cut and then doing the plunge because then
Whoa.
I just think I added it.
That's a spicy meatball.
That was like a whiskey forward
Yeah.
pool right there. Like it totally killed the cigar and just straight inhaling whiskey.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's pretty good.
It is good.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. It's like
It
not
was
what I was
spicy.
expecting.
Yeah, it was
it
definitely
was like
a lot more than I was expecting.
it's good.
I think it
Highly
was
recommend.
exactly what I was thinking.
Well-
My brain.
I don't know. I thought it was going to be. I don't know.
This has been a wonderful episode talking about America and hearing my lack of knowledge on some things. And we appreciate you guys being here. This has been great outfits. We
Right.
look forward to next year, which is going to get even crazier.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have next year maybe some special guests or maybe some different whiskey.
Washington himself.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We might have to do some like dress ups, like some
We
cosplay
might.
of some
Yeah.
of the founding fathers. That'd be great.
Yeah. Maybe some guest stars, things like that. I agree.
Guest stars like the Stars and Stripes.
Oh my. I hope you enjoyed
Yes.
this episode. We appreciate you guys being here.
Be safe.
Be safe out there. Don't drink and drive. Stay out of the left-hand lane of traffic.
Put in reverse, Terry. Go ahead and warn you now. Put in reverse, Terry.
Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse.
Okay.
Be safe with fireworks. Don't blow off digits.
Yes. That actually happens more than you might
Yeah,
think.
an NFL player did that. Blew off a finger.
He did. Sure did.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Just being an idiot. Don't be an idiot. Have fun. Enjoy your family. Enjoy friends. Enjoy a good smoke on the holiday. And,
Yes,
and
this is a
good
perfect time
spirit.
to do it too, because there's a lot of people who are that don't like the smell of cigars, but when you've got fireworks going, it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter.
And you can use the cigar to light the fuses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
classy. Be
Break
classy
out
about
your
that.
flintlocks. You don't put a ball on it. Just put the black powder. And
My
fire
wife
it.
has all my balls.
Oh my god.
Wow.
We appreciate everybody here.
Yes.
Happy birthday to America. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
We appreciate you. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Tell us down below what you're drinking, what you did, what you're doing, where you'd like to go. Everything we've talked about, feel free to comment again. Leave a negative comment. I really don't care. It'll be great.
Don't get too fucks.
That's exactly. Because you know what? America!
America!
Fuck yeah! Something like that. It doesn't matter. We'll see you guys on the next exciting adventure of
Whiskey.
Tobacco
Fellowship.
And that'll be it. I think
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Deuces.
Da, 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 da. Yeah. Sorry.
My country tis
Tis of something. Tis of something.
land of where booty. No. Do you think someone's gonna be Bastard Boys?